Hey guys, it's Dean. Welcome to ManFlow Yoga. If you are a member, welcome to the members area and thank you for being a member. Today's workout is focused on relieving stiffness, relieving soreness. So there are quite a number of different workouts in this members area in the video library, and they all have different goals, different bodily focuses, different fitness focuses. This workout is focused on relieving stiffness and addressing tightness and just making your body feel better, helping your body recover so you can get into those other strength building, flexibility building workouts. So our focus today is on moving mindfully, but on moving, keeping it dynamic, so a flow to help relieve stiffness. And it's different from a lot of the other workouts that you'll see here where we're holding the poses for a long time. But if you just did a weightlifting workout yesterday, for example, holding a high lunge for 2 minutes sounds horrible and it would not feel great, right? It'd be really difficult. You might make it through it, but you might even be hurting your gains from the day before. So what we're doing today is working on moving and helping to relieve stiffness and just get your body feeling 100% again. We're going to go ahead and start on the ground in a tabletop position. And then I want you to bring your knees a little bit wider and your big toes to touch, kind of like you'd have them in a child's pose. Plug your biceps, or plug your triceps into your armpits, your biceps facing forward. Lift your belly button, so we are still going to engage your core, because without that, you're just going to hurt your back. Take a big inhale in. Exhale and shift your butt back toward your hips. Try to keep your lower back flat, and you'll feel your core tighten as you push back, maybe some stretching through the lower back. And then inhale forward. Exhale back to that child's pose-like position. And again, come forward. And exhale back. So what we're doing here, keep this up, by the way, even though I'm not going to cue it. What we're doing here is mimicking the movement that you'll do in a squat. So it's very nice for checking to make sure you're doing a squat correctly, but it's also great because, one, there's no weight in your legs. And then 2, you're also getting a nice stretch for your lower back here. All right, we're going to do one more. So inhaling forward, exhaling back, and then walking your arms a little bit further out in front of you. We're going to keep the arms active here, so just lightly pressing your hands into the ground, making sure that the elbows are lifted off the ground, turning your biceps to face slightly up, and then pulling your shoulders down and away from your ears to help stretch your back. Stretch your chest, your armpits, just the whole upper body here. Don't worry about pushing your chest toward the ground. Focus more on pressing your lower back toward the ground and reaching your tailbone back. Breathing in and out of the nose, just letting your lower back stretch, maybe even feeling this up through the neck, all the way up your spine. All right, and then we're going to move into a true tabletop. So knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders. Nice neutral position with your spine. Squeeze your knees toward one another and move through cat-cow. So shoulders stay down. Inhale to arch, look forward, lightly squeeze the knees toward one another. Exhale to round. Bring your head toward your hips and look behind you. Inhale, arch. I messed up the first time. I meant arch, not round, as you're looking forward. And then exhale to round, bringing your head toward your hips, keeping that inner thigh tension. Inhale to arch, pulling your body forward, reaching your tailbone up, lifting your chest up, exhaling to round. Head toward your hips, back up toward the ceiling. One more of these. Look forward, exhale and round. Head toward your hips, reach your tailbone down, stretch your back. All right, and then from here, we're going to move into kind of a kneeling position. Tuck your toes and come upright. So this is a nice little stretch for your toes. So if your toes are tucked and you're kind of leaning back, you might also feel some stretching through your quadriceps, through the tops of your thighs. we can work on having nice upright posture here. If you're feeling a little bit too much pressure on your toes, feel free to come up onto a block or to sit down onto a block right here, or to just untuck the toes entirely. And you can just do this as well, and that'll focus more of the stretch on your shins. Plant your right hand just outside your hip. Reach your left arm up and stretch. Push your fingertips up high. Try to keep length through your right side. Luckily, that right hand is there. So you'll be able to keep your body lifted and make sure that you're not sinking into the right side. Go ahead and look up at your hand. Just get a nice little twist for your neck. Get your cervical range of motion. And then switch sides. So left hand down, lightly planted, right arm up. Look up at your right hand. Keep your chest lifted. Keep your head up. And you should feel a nice stretch through the whole right side of your body now, all the way from the hip up to the shoulder. And again, really press your fingertips up. If your arm is still bent, lock it out. It'll straighten. And then back to center. All right, from here, we're gonna get up into a standing forward fold. So you can just tuck your toes and walk your hands back if you'd like to a forward fold, lifting the knees, bending the knees once you're standing up, and looking behind you. Top of the head facing the ground. And you can go ahead and pedal your feet back and forth here now to start relieving your hamstrings. If that feels way too tight, bend your knees more or come up onto a block with your hands, and then it won't be quite so tight with your hamstrings. All right, half lift, so pull your body forward. We're gonna work on tightening your core, reaching the tailbone back, flattening your spine, and then exhale to fold. Notice that there's a little bit of a deeper fold now just because of that half lift forward fold combination. And you can try pedaling the feet back and forth once more if you'd like. Okay. And then go ahead and drop your butt down, pull your chest forward, lift all the way up, pushing down through your feet, arms overhead, palms touching, and hands back to center. Okay, bring your hands behind your back, press your palms together, reach down, lift your chest up. Now, if this feels really painful for the shoulders or just downright uncomfortable, grab a strap, and then instead grab the strap instead of your fingers, and this allows you to get a little bit of a better stretch out of this. And then I'm just gonna have you kind of lean from one side to the other. So we're not doing any forward fold here. We're not lifting the arms away from the back. We're just kind of leaning from one side to the other to stretch your neck. You can make even some circles here with your head if you want. And just leaning one side, then the other. You feel the stretch up around your collarbone, through the neck and shoulders. Just about 10 more seconds here, just kind of moving, releasing that tension in your neck and in your shoulders. Okay, and then go ahead and release, put the strap down. We're gonna move into an easy warrior one. So right foot is forward, left one back, pointed out 45 degrees. Knee over your ankle, reach your tailbone down, and then just lightly sink into your right knee. So notice that I'm really not too deep here. That's relative. But for me, I'm pretty shallow here. So I want you to focus on the stretch in your hip instead of getting your knee as far forward as possible and getting your feet really far apart. So again, stretching through the hip, tailbone reaching down, just focusing on this nice stretch through the thigh, through the hip flexor. If you're feeling like this is too intense, if there's too much weight in the right leg, straighten the leg a little bit more. And then we're gonna bring the arms up. And if that feels uncomfortable for the shoulders, if that's still tight, bring your arms into goalpost arms. Work on squeezing the elbows back and stretching your chest. And if this still feels uncomfortable, it's going to feel somewhat uncomfortable. If you're really sore and your body's really sore, I mean, you're gonna have to push through a little bit of this. It's kind of like how you run or how you lift to relieve stress, right? Or you work out to relieve stress. It feels stressful while you're doing it, but afterwards, it feels a lot better. All right, go ahead and release your arms. We're gonna switch sides. Left foot up now, right one back, back foot faces 45 degrees out. Start with the front leg straight, square your hips toward the front, tailbone reaches down, and just lightly sink into your left knee. Knee stays over the ankle. Try to lift the arches of both feet. So if you have flat feet, or if you just notice that your arches are collapsing, work on lifting the arches of your feet. And then pull your ribs up away from the hips. Let's go arms again at goalpost arms. You can try different variations here with goalpost arms if you want to turn your hands to face one another, or face forward, or even face somewhat back. You can mess around with it, see what gets you a better stretch. Work on lifting the ribs and keeping your chest as open as possible. And if you did a lot of stuff with chest yesterday, if you did a lot of push-ups or maybe bench press, work on squeezing your elbows back and stretching your chest by flexing the muscles in your back. Got another breath here. Push your right hip toward your left knee. And then go ahead and release your arms. Stand back up. We're going to do a couple of half sun salutations here just to release your back, release your hamstrings. Palms facing forward. Lift the arches of your feet. Stand up tall. Big breath in. Lift your arms. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees. Bring your arms out wide. Look behind you. Relax your neck. Half lift. Pull your body forward. Bring your hands to your shins to help flatten your back. Exhale and fold. Look behind you. Relax the head and neck. Drop your butt down. Push your knees together. Lift all the way up. Exhale, hands back to center. Make sure you're keeping your back flat as you come up. No rounding through the spine. Inhale back up. Exhale and fold. Look behind you. Lift the arches of the feet. Keep your knees toward one another. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and fold. All the way up, butt down. Lift the chest. Exhale, hands back to center. Okay. From here, step your left foot to the back. You're going to do just a little bit of a high lunge. Knee over the ankle. Squeeze your legs toward one another. Don't worry, we're not holding this for long. We're just going to use this to help open up the hip flexor a little bit more. Go ahead and bring your arms up overhead. Straight if you'd like, or slightly bent. Keep squeezing the legs toward one another. One more breath here. And then relax the left knee down. Untuck the back foot. And swing your right arm under your left arm into eagle arms. Lift the elbows. Counterclockwise, rotate your forearms so that you're trying to get the right wrist in front of your left wrist. And then lean back just a little bit and lift your elbows higher. Keep length through your neck. Keep lightly pressing down through your right foot. And you want to feel this stretch through the left hip flexor, the front of your left hip. You can close your eyes if you want. That'll help challenge your balance. One more breath here. Elbows up higher. Okay, and then release your hands. Bring your hands on either side of your right foot. Shift your hips toward the back. Maybe bring the left knee back a little bit and move into a half split. Toes reach toward your shin. I'd like to keep a slight bend to your right leg here, so maybe a little bit of a bend there just to help keep that leg active. And then if you want to get more of a calf stretch, more of a passive stretch, grab your right ball mounds of the toes and then pull those toes back toward your shin while lifting your chest. You can notice that I'm kind of stabilizing myself with my left hand here. So if you have a block, that'd be really useful. That will allow you to have a flat back if your hamstrings aren't quite as flexible as mine yet, or other people's for that matter. By the way, I'm not super flexible, so I just want to put that out there. I'm not really that flexible compared to a lot of people who do yoga. It doesn't really matter either what other people look like in the pose. Your goal here is sensation of what the stretch does, and not to replicate what somebody else does. Because if you're doing that, you're not really you're doing a disservice for your body, and you're probably not going to get as much out of the posture as you should be. All right, go ahead and relax that foot back down. Draw the foot in, knee over the ankle, tuck your back toes, lift up to a high lunge. Relax the shoulders, and then stand back up. All right, toes back together, 1/2 sun salutation, just to keep things moving. Palms forward, big breath in, lift up. Exhale and fold, bend your knees. Look behind you. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale and fold. Take it all the way up, inhale. And hands back to center. Exhale. High lunge, left foot forward, right one back. Squeeze your legs toward one another. Keep the knee on top of the ankle or slightly behind it. Reach your tailbone down. Square your hips toward the front. So you're feeling that stretch through the right hip. Lift your arms up. Exhale to relax the shoulders. Maybe bending the elbows into goalpost or somewhere between goalpost and straight arms. One more breath here. Keep squeezing the legs toward one another. Keep that inner thigh tension. And then release your back knee to the ground. Untuck your back foot. Swing your left arm under your right arm this time. Eagle arms. And then clockwise rotate your forearm so that your left elbow is coming in front of your right elbow. I know that seems kind of weird because your arms are all twisted up, but left wrist in front of your right wrist. And then lift the elbows up. Maybe get a bit of a back bend here. Concentrate on keeping your hips under your ribs. So don't let your hips go way out in front of you like this, because notice that my lower back starts to arch there. Keep the elbows lifted. Keep your ribs lifted. Look slightly up. One more breath here. Okay, and then slowly unwind your arms. Lower your hands down, either side of your left foot.